Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel and this update for Beauty A to Z. I am doing two challenges, one with regular items and one with only eyeshadows. So let's go through the items that I've been working on. I'm not going to talk about all of it because it's just, you know, it's too much. It's too many products for one update. So I'm just going to be talking about the things that I've actually been using, the things that I can see progress on and so on. So if that sounds interesting, keep on watching. If you haven't seen this project before, this is about taking all of the letters in the alphabet and then connecting them to products. I haven't been working on the letter A, but for B, I have this brush cleanser. So it starts with a B, and that's how you do it, all of the alphabet through. So yeah, I've been using this, and as you can see, I am almost finished. If I can have this out by the next update, I would be so happy. I wanted to have this gone by last year, but yeah, it held on, and I often forget to use it. So I hope to be able to finish that until next time. That would be awesome. Then we jump to the letter F because I haven't worked on the letters in between. And I worked on this face sheet mask book and I am done actually. I have been working on all of the 5 masks here, so they're done. I've done all of them. I liked one more than the other ones, and I think this is as jolly as I get, the green one here. Since I finished this last month, I actually happened to throw it out or place it with my trash. So I only have these 2 that I used this month left. And yeah, I like that one, the green one, because that actually had a wonderful scent to it. I've never seen anything like that before. I haven't seen face sheet masks that smell, that has a good scent, you know. So that was totally new for me. The other ones, I don't think they actually smelled what they were supposed to smell. I know that this, I think this blue one, this was supposed to be vanilla scented. I can't feel any scent, or especially not a vanilla scent. We had like one grapefruit, I think, as well, and then the strawberry. And the strawberry was the only one that actually smelled like strawberries, and it was really nice. So I will probably buy that one like separately if they have that this year, in the end of the year as well. Really like that one, but this one, this whole book is done, and that is a big product out of my collection, so that's good. Then we have the letter G, and we have the Got to Be dry shampoo. I love this, except for the packaging. It kind of spurts out. So, you know, when it's in my hair, it's wonderful. But then I realized that on the way, it kind of dropped down onto my shoulders and stuff. And yeah, it kind of stained my clothing. And yeah, it wasn't very nice. So yeah, it was leaking in some way. I hope that that's not the case with the other ones that they have, or if I buy this again, because it was really nice. If I buy it again, I hope it's not leaking like this one did. But that one is gone. Nothing left, as you can hear. I also want to talk about the letter P, and I have a primer here from Essence. I started using this. I've used it about, what is it, 7 times? 6 times. 6 times. I'm down to here. These don't normally last me for that long, but it's a pretty thick consistency, and it's hard to get out actually. It's hard to get anything with this pipette. It's just difficult. I do like it on my skin, so it's no hassle. When I get the product out, it's no hassle anymore, then it's very nice. It also has some SPF in it, which I really like, but I don't really have too much to say about that product yet. So let's move on to the next letter. The next thing I have is this Stardust Skies Whipped Body Butter from Amina Skincare. As you can see, it has a pretty fun consistency. Although this looks like it will be a very light cream, it is not. It is really hard to use. I'm going to show you. Smells really good, and I like it more and more even on bigger areas. Before I thought it was very overpowering, but you know, when I use it, like, it's so messy. Like, I have to do this for a long time before it actually sticks into my skin. And it really feels like, I don't know, like butter, you know, butter doesn't go off your skin for a long time. Like it's like butter when you're trying to rinse your hands, you know, it never goes off. It's so hard to get it off, like fats from your skin. And this is what that feels like, almost. It does go into the skin after a while, but you have to really work it in. So it's not the easiest product to work with. Even though the scent is a little bit overpowering still, I've grown to really enjoy it. So I use it during nights because I feel like if I have it among people, they would think it's overpowering. That's what I feel, because I thought that from the beginning. So if I thought that and I had to get used to it, then, you know, what will other people think? But I can use it when I'm inside, when I'm going to sleep or something. A really nice scent, like I said. Then I had a black seedweed peel-off mask with Ursula. And I actually enjoy this a lot more than I thought I would. I've never tried a black seaweed mask before. So it did take some time to dry, but then it was very easy to take off. It didn't tear on my skin as much as the other peel-off masks that I've tried to do. So I feel like it was a lot more gentle on the skin, which I prefer. I don't know if it does anything then, but whatever. I enjoyed it. But yeah, that one isn't empty as well. So I've actually finished 4 products. And the last product I have to talk about is this ZC lip gloss. I really like this still. I am getting down there. If I just look at it, it's really, really hard to see any progress. But if I take this doe foot out, I do see a difference. So I think I'm like down to here or something. In total, I've used this 31 times. In the past month, I've used it 8 times, it seems like. And yeah, I'm very happy to have this in my collection. I'm sorry to see it go in one way. Like, I want to finish things, of course. But this is such a unique product to my collection. So in one way, I'm sad to fly through this. But it's still here. I don't have to mourn yet. And that was part 1 of this challenge. Let's move on to the eyeshadows. So for the letter A, we have the Afternoon Tea from this Sparkling Rosé palette from Makeup Mecca. I have just started using this. I've used it 6 times. And it's this cream shade here. I've just started to see a little bit of a dip forming, not too much. It's more of a disturbance, I would say. I really like this palette. Look at how like springy it is, like how light and airy. Like, I really like this one. So I hope I can use this more next year when I've hit pan on all of my palettes. But for now, it's staying in here for the Afternoon Tea shade. The next shade comes from my Scarab palette from ZC. I was working on C3 and yeah, I don't want to spoil anything from my other projects. So yeah, this is the shade in this project. And we do have a little bit of a dip here forming, and I've used this, I think, 4 times. I was working with this one because it worked very well with one of my shadows from my Pan Those Eyeshadows project pan, and that is often what dictates what I'm kind of steering towards in other projects. I usually look at all of the shadows that I'm panning and I'm trying to pair them, you know, from different projects, and I try to pan a few looks that month. Since I need to hit pan on about 3 shadows every month to actually be able to pan all of these shadows that I have in this project, I tend to focus on 3 and then I can play around a little bit with the other shadows to get a little bit of a dip going on in those. So that's what I did with this one, since that was not my focus shade. I don't normally say what my focus shade is either, because I usually film all of my updates and then I decide what I want to work on from different projects. But I do think I was pretty clear on what I wanted to work on last time, because I had such huge dip on some of these shades. And let's talk about one of them, shall we? It's from LH Cosmetics, the Saga Shimmer, or Shimmer Saga. I was working on the shade Love. I'm going to just clean up a little bit here so it doesn't look too awful. And this is how it looks. Can you see the pan? There it is. It is such a nice shimmer. I love this. I don't really know what to pair it with though for the best effect. I have been using this with other shades, of course, but yeah, I think this in itself it's gorgeous. It's mesmerizing. So we have a pan. That's great. And we actually have another pan, and that is my Back to Basic Burnt Tones by Makeup Mecca. And we have the Warm Breeze here. Look at that. That is a really good dip and a small pan showing. So this will be rolling out from this project as well. And that was for the letter M, Makeup Mecca. Then I worked on my Natural Mattes palette by Too Faced. I was working on Cashmere Bunny, and that is this shade up here. So as you can see, we have a little bit of a dip going on. I use it in my brows, and I have to say this is the best brow color I've found for my eyebrows. It looks really good. It just fills out, looks very natural. It just makes my eyebrows look a little bit more full, and you know, it's nice. It's very, very nice. But we have some way to go on that one, and it feels like it's very, very hard pressed. I've used it about 10 times this month for a total of 15 times. Just like last time, I have been working on this Elva 2 Mini Sky palette by Odin's Eye, and I am working on Purple Light. I have used this 3 additional times. This is how it looks now. No pan yet, and the dip isn't very deep either. I think I'm going to take a break from this depending on what other shadows I'm working on. But since I used this one with a Shimmer Saga Love shade, and that one has pan, I don't think I will actually be focusing on this for the next month, but you never know. You never know. Moving on to the letter Q, we had a cute palette. Yeah, it's a little bit of a cheat. It's a difficult letter. So I worked on this Ice Cream palette by ZZ, and I worked on this shade here. As you can see, I have a big juicy pan. I had to use a lot of this, or rather I had to press my brush in here pretty much for it to kind of get any product, or for it to kind of press up some product for me to use with my finger. Anyway, I use this a lot in my, maybe not inner corner, but in the inner third of my eyelids to, you know, lighten up. Most of my eyeshadows just go from dark to light, and that's how I use it because I just feel like it works well with my eye shape and all of that. It's very, very seldom I do like a halo eye or something like that. I haven't really gotten that to work for me yet, so yeah, light to dark it is. But that one has a pan too. So let's talk about the last shade, and that comes from my Cool Down palette from W7. I actually had 2 shades from here in this project. Last month I had hit pan on one of them, and this month I worked on the shimmer shade, the dark shimmer shade called Unveiled, and that is this one right here. So I hope you can see that pan there. I was really happy to hit that pan. I don't really like brown shimmers. I don't get them. Like, not dark brown shimmers. I just don't get it. But I used it. I could make it work. It's kind of what I did today. It's not as dark of a shade that I used in my outer part of my eyelids, but you know, it's kind of what I did. So you have an idea of what I do with it. Anyway, I have 4 palettes rolling out, which is great. And this one already had a pan in it, but all of the other ones, the Ice Cream palette, the Back to Basic palette, and the LH Cosmetics Shimmer Saga, all of these had no pan before. So this is going to count towards my, yeah, kind of pan in every palette challenge, which is great. So I'm really happy with this month's progress. I hope I can hit 3 additional pans until next time, or at least 2 because I had 4 now. So, you know, I don't have to hit 3 next time. I could hit 2 and still be on track. So let's hope I can do that. And I hope I'll see you in the next one, because you'll be there, right? In the next update. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope to see you there then. But until next time, I hope you'll have a wonderful time and I hope you'll have a good evening. Bye.